What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be discussing Calvin Johnson and the possible power up for his card. Now, the reason that I'm doing this video, people have been asking some questions about, how did I get that Calvin Johnson? What's been going on with it? How can I get him now? Now, the honest answer to it is I don't know how you can get this Calvin Johnson anymore. He was pretty much like a Doritos. He was on Doritos packs and stuff like that early in the year. There was a little promo thing going on. You have to buy a pack of Doritos, and the code was there. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen with him now. I don't know if they're going to actually, give him a power up set. But it kind of makes sense for EA to do something with this card. Primarily because Calvin Johnson, what they're probably going to do is release a legend Calvin Johnson for the people that have been asking questions. And shout out to all the new subs, all the new sponsors from our live streams on YouTube. All you guys, much love, man. And that's why I had a special request. Somebody asked me this, and to kind of go in depth and make them understand what the power up cards are and the possibility of Calvin Johnson saying power up to like a 93 or whatever like that. Just keep in mind cards like the Randy Moss, because this card actually sucks. He's not a really good card. You know what I'm saying? The speed is what the problem is. And then his catching being at an 84, that seems high, but he doesn't actually catch the ball, similar to a lot of the guys that are higher overall when compared to him. For instance, if EA Sports gave him a power up, right, and they made him even somewhere around Randy Moss, for instance, right, because you were able to feed Randy Moss goats and he was able to get all the way up to an 87 and get the playmaker, which is very, very faulty, and the playmaker doesn't really work. When you do the playmaker, your guy goes and hides, and then the defenders stay in front of him, and then you throw a pick, usually with the playmaker. So, I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe that'll be fixed in the future, but this is what the problem is. What happens with these type of things is, keep in mind, these cards are not auctionable. So, you're not going to be, more or less making any coins with it, but it's going to help you on the field. And you guys wanted to know how I felt about it. It kind of keeps me grounded, because if you guys go back and watch my Madden 16, Madden 15, Madden 17 Ultimate Team videos, I rage sold my players every chance I got. For instance, you can see this guy. I'm trying to get rid of him right now. All he did was miss one block. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't tolerate failure. I'm similar to Dr. Evil with that. I'm not about that, bro. Like, you're not going to come and screw me over and think everything's going to be all right. It's just not going to happen. So what happens is when they make these cards non-auctionable, it kind of helps me to keep a lot of my team in place. But getting back to Calvin Johnson, okay, so look, pretty much right now, will they do something like that? And what are power-ups? Now, for the people that don't understand what power-ups are, the only card that I've powered up, I believe, is like a middle linebacker, and I only did it to help my MUT master, Sean Taylor, get to a 96 overall. So pretty much with the upgrades, right, you put players in. Like, for instance, I've seen people do this. Let me go ahead and show you what's going on. What really made me rage. The Seahawks, was he there? Bobby Wagner, Richard Sherman. Yeah, Earl Thomas, right? Look, this card, they have is this the Nat version? Okay, that was the one if you pull the Nat. All right, this one right here, right? Look at the price of this card. This is why I, pretty much with the power up sets, you put different cards in. Some of them, like this one, is an auctionable card, and then once you put them in a power up set, they're non-auctionable now. You can't do nothing with them. They only can stay on your team. You can't trade them. You can't do nothing, right? All right, now look. This is what really bothers me. You see the price of that card? You're sacrificing 600K. At one point, I pulled this card, and I got rid of him for 700K. But you're losing all of that coin. You don't get those coins back. Maybe if he's clutching the game and you win a game, possibly, you'll get those coins back, but it's not something that is going to help you in the long run. It definitely won't. You know what I'm saying? Because just put it like this. Every week, a new card is put out, right? And then you may want another card. So with this power up thing, I don't know if it's fair that you can't trade it or auction it. Why would you see what I'm saying? Like, why would you? Who wants to just give it? Who has almost 1 million coins to just give away? That's what my thing is. But the reason that it could be justified is for cards like the Calvin Johnson. Now, say they gave Calvin Johnson a power up. The same way we're thinking that they're probably going to do something with the GOAT cards. Like, if I go and show you what I did with the GOAT, like I showed you Randy Moss. When you go to GOATs, I pretty much had to go through all these steps right here with Randy Moss. Okay? You have to get his regular card, you have to put him in this set, and then ultimately you get a bunch of baby goats, and then you put him in the set, and then you would upgrade him to an 87. I think that that's probably the best case scenario for Calvin Johnson, for the people that are asking about him. But I do think that they're going to release a legend set because it just makes sense for them to do that so everybody can spend money. You see what I'm saying? But for the people that went out and got Doritos with the promo, I know people in Canada couldn't get it, and I know other countries couldn't get it, which is why they probably will do something so that everybody can get it, because they should have put it in the store so that people can buy it if they wanted to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Because the Doritos in the US cost about $2 or something like that. I think I paid for it to get that card. So, you know, they should make it available to everybody around the world. So I do see that coming, but they have to probably give us some type of power up, something along those lines, because it really just doesn't make any sense. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like why would you, nothing that's going on right now makes any sense if they just give you that card and leave them like it is. But again, it seems like what they're planning to do is to probably give us power-ups. And then keep in mind, we may get power-ups for like the MUT Master also. Because look, if the card is not auctionable, right? Like Sean Taylor's not auctionable. This card is not tradable, it's not auctionable. You gotta do all the objectives, you gotta be a MUT Master, all that good stuff, right? It makes sense for them to do that with those type of cards and not a card like Eric Berry. Like, why would I want to lose money by adding a trait to him that's probably not going to work, like pick 6? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I want to do that? Because look, that Eric Berry, I kind of sniped him for like 205, 210 or something like that, right? So look, my bank account ain't set up to where I could just go ahead and upgrade him and lose the fact that he's worth something. Even if anything that I could get, you know what I'm saying? Anything that I could get for him is kind of worth it. So why would I want to put him into this set, right? Let him get the pick 6. I think he gets the pick 6 cam or something like that. Yeah, he gets the, you see that in the lower right hand side of that box. You power him up, right? And then he becomes pick 6. So now you get that chem, but you lost whatever amount of money this guy's worth. The only time that I'm going to tell you something. The only time that this would make sense is if you snipe something, or the value of the card has gone down so fast and there's nothing else you could do with it, and then, you know what I'm saying, you're like, all right, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do this now. But other than that, it's really bothering me because, you know, people are asking me, you know, should I do this? Should I do it? Should I do power upsets? You know, what, and you guys really trust my advice, and I can't tell you that it makes sense. I can't lie to you like, yeah, bro, keep doing, because it's not fair. If you lose the coins, and then now you want to buy something. Now look, Rondé Barber is out, right? Rondé Barber, I think he has like a ridiculous amount of zone. Let's go take a look at what Rondé Barber's going for, right? So let me what is it? Rondé. Let me try to sign that out. Rondé. Okay, Rondé Barber. Is it like that? Okay, yeah, that's how it's like. Okay. So now look, right? We're gonna go to what is this? What is the highest elite that he has? It's like a 90, right? Is that it? Yeah, okay. So look, he's 485K, right? He has a 90 zone coverage, which is ideal. 90 and above with zone coverage is ideal, right? Okay, he's going for about 485K. Now look, if I was supposed, okay, look, let's say Jalen Ramsey, right? Let's say Jalen Ramsey had a power upset, and we put Jalen Ramsey in a power upset, and then Rondé Barber comes out, but Jalen Ramsey's worth is 200K. But now that we powered it up, we can't sell him, but we really want Rondé. How does that... These are the things that I don't understand. And remember, last year in Madden 17, they had milestones. And when you upgrade a milestone, you were able to auction and trade them. This is a very, very serious situation because I don't know what else to tell you other than I just wouldn't power them up until they lost their value completely, you know, which will take some time, or you snipe them, or you just got coins like that. Bruh, I grind for my coins. I play a lot of solos. Just the other day, I just got 10K for completing 750 solos. So I don't got time to be wasting my coins on ridiculousness. And that's pretty much what it is. So what I'm pushing for, you know what I'm saying, is to make it for all the non-auctionable cards that we get, like the Calvin Johnson, the GOATs. Let us be able to power up those cards. Because if we can power up those cards, that makes more sense than making us spend coins for cards. Like this bum right here, Devontae Adams, right? The guy drops every pass. He has an 83 catching. Calvin Johnson has an 84. He drops all the passes also. But this guy is a bum. Catching traffic 85, all this good stuff, right? He does not hold on to the ball. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this. How does it make sense for him not to have a, like, he doesn't, I don't think this guy has a power-up set. Does he? I don't think he does. Yeah, because he only could add him to an elite token set. So he doesn't have a power-up set. So why wouldn't they let us, you know, the non-auctionable cards, let those go to power-up sets? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would make the most sense to me. That would make or make them like how you do with the gauntlet. Make us be able to add other collectibles to it. But for the people that are asking the questions about the auctionable, the power-up, all that stuff like that, I would only recommend it for cards like this that are already non-auctionable and non-tradable to begin with. It does not make sense for you to put the cards, unless it's a nat, bro. Like, this guy's a nat. I can't sell him. I can't do nothing with him. If he's a power-up, yo, he's gone. It's no, because he has no value anyway outside of being, you know, a nat. There is no value. But if I spent money on this Don Terry Poe, I should be able to get something back to go towards a new card. Stephon Gilmore, the Gauntlet Champions. This card is a goon. You can't do nothing else with him. You see what I'm saying? You can't. You just, that's it. So you're gonna what? Sit on an 85 overall for the entire year of Madden? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. So when you think about it like that, that's pretty much what I wanted to address for the people that were asking, you know, is there going to be a 90 something or whatever, Calvin Johnson, you know, power up and stuff like that. More than likely, they're going to release a Legend Calvin Johnson. And this card will probably be useless because I don't see how they can make it a requirement for the set when it wasn't required or, you know, it wasn't available worldwide. You understand what I'm saying? That's pretty much where we are with it right now. So you guys let me know what you think. I think I've answered as much as I can as far as auctionable, non-auctionable, and should you power up your cards. Let me know what else you guys are thinking. Let me know what else you guys are thinking, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Welcome to all the new subs. Let's continue to grow. Until next time, one love.